Today we're going to talk about the two best quarterbacks in the AAC and two of the top quarterbacks returning in all of college football just in general. UCF's quarterback Dillon Gabriel and Cincinnati's quarterback Desmond Ridder. And two different quarterbacks, two different styles, but still their teams rely on both of them to be successful from the offensive standpoint. So we're going to break down just a little bit of film from each guy. We're going to have three clips that kind of compare the two. If you want more of a deep dive, you can find some of our older videos where we actually go into more of a deep dive of each guy. But I want to compare the two guys and kind of look at a few of the areas of their game that maybe are overlooked that are reasons why they're good quarterbacks. For example, Dillon Gabriel is known as an accurate deep ball thrower, but he's much more than just that. Desmond Ridder is known for a strong arm and being athletic, but he's much more than that as well. So before we dive into the actual film and before we compare the two guys in a bit more detail, I just want to encourage you just to consider subscribing to our YouTube channel if you like any quarterback-related content, whether it's film breakdowns, any quarterback talk is fair game here. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the content of the video. Let's talk about Dillon Gabriel first from UCF. So let's look at his numbers from 2019 and 2020 as he's entering his third year as a starting quarterback. 2019, his completion percentage was 59.3. 2020 was 60, right? So very similar. You want to see that take a few ticks up, if you will, this coming year. Yards per attempt are 9.2 in 2019. 8.6 in 2020. Good yards per attempt. That high 8, low 9 range is a very good number. He does push the ball downfield a lot and often. And at the same time, the AAC had some pretty good defenses in Tulsa and Cincinnati. And the game we're going to watch Gabriel is the game against Cincinnati. So there's a lot of man defense, and Gabriel is forced to throw underneath routes, which is a good thing. As far as touchdowns, interceptions, 29-7 in 2019 and 32-4 in 2020. So something he does extremely well is just take care of the football, right? This past year, he had a TD to interception ratio of 8-1, which is outstanding. Last year, in 2019, it was better than 4-1, which is, again, still outstanding. So a good job taking care of the football and putting his team in positions to win. And then he had 4 rushing touchdowns in 2019, 2 in 2020. So I think the biggest question is how is he going to, fit into Malzahn's offense? I think from UCF standpoint and kind of the UCF people we talked to, that Malzahn was going to be able to mold that offense to fit Gabriel, which I think is a smart thing because you have a talented quarterback like Gabriel. The word that describes Gabriel in my mind is this: he's a great / elite distributor of the football, right? He's able to get the ball to his athletes and get the ball into space. And so I think we'll continue to see that. We're going to see him push the ball downfield again, I think. And I think that he is going to have another good year. And the thing I want you to watch for in his film is not just the deep ball accuracy, it's his anticipation, and he's got a much stronger arm than people think. We're going to see a deep out that really showcases that against Cincinnati. So that is Dillon Gabriel. Let's dive into Desmond Ridder real quick. Entering his 4th year as a starting quarterback for Cincinnati. And I think last year is when you really saw him take that step forward. The biggest question surrounding him was this consistency. Had a good 2018 season. 2019, his completion percentage dropped by 7. Yards per attempt dropped by more than 1.2, which is a big deal. And his TD to interception ratio went from 4-1 to 2-1 exactly. So while 2-1 is not bad, it's still a big drop, right? And then we saw in 2020 everything shot up drastically. Career high in completion percentage over 66, career high in yards per attempt 8.2, and he had 19 passing touchdowns to 6 interceptions, better than a 3-1 ratio, not to mention 12 rushing touchdowns on the ground, almost 600 yards rushing. So that's another element to his game that is it really makes him a good quarterback and is just another threat. So I think Ridder's going to continue to take that next step. It's pretty much after the UCF game last year, he had 3 interceptions, and the next game after that was SMU, and then you saw him be a lot more consistent and really take that next step. So I think the biggest question is, can he continue that and continue to play consistent football? And so we're going to see some good things from him against Georgia, ability to throw the ball into tight windows against a very good, talented defense, and also his ability to process and make good reads. So let's go ahead and watch Dillon Gabriel first, and then Desmond Ridder, and then I'll see you in the back end of the video. So here's a deep out by Gabriel from the right hash of the field, thrown to the left side of the field. Let's go ahead and watch it unfold, and we'll kind of break it down in a bit more detail. But I think it's a good job showing that he's got a stronger arm than he's probably given credit for, and he's more than just a quote-unquote deep ball passer. Let's go ahead and watch this. It's a good read as well here. You know, you got man defense here. From the right hash, you got pressure coming in, so he isn't even able to put the full force into the throw. Great route. You see the DB here. Receivers getting open there. Great ball by Gabriel. Again, that's a long throw, and as a quarterback, it's probably the toughest throw to make, a deep out from the opposite hash mark. We'll watch it from the end zone angle here. You can see the pressure in his face. Good job by Gabriel to reset his feet to throw as well. Resets pressure in face right here. Again, can't fully rotate into it because of the pressure. accurate ball, and good route by the receiver to get open. So here's Gabriel on a dig route here. If we're going to see the receiver go here, let's watch it real quick, then break it down. I think it shows good arm strength and good job by Gabriel just processing the defense. And, of course, whenever you have a zone defense versus Gabriel, I think is when he's potentially at his best here, which is what they have. So he's able to, let me fast rewind it just a hair bit more. I'm sorry. Here we go. Okay, so watch, he's going to initially look to the left side of the field. Comes right back around. This is where the whole shot is here. You got the safety coming up top here. Backer here. Backer here. And so a good anticipation throw coming right here. This is where the hole is. Good long throw. Good accurate throw by Gabriel there. You can probably hear the sprinklers in the background outside the window. I apologize for that. Let's go ahead and watch the end zone angle as well here. I think we'll see a good job. Again, initially, real quick here. Looks that way. God, they always take so long here. Right, here we go. I think it's a good throw. Again, apologize. Let's keep going. Here we go. Again, good throw. Left hash on a rope right there into a good hole right there. So good job by Gabriel, showing arm strength, processing, and beating zone defense. So here we're going to see a go route at the bottom of the screen, just right here. Great catch by the receiver. And there's a few reasons why I want to show this clip. Yeah, it's a good job by Gabriel pushing it downfield, but I think my biggest takeaways is him recognizing the matchup, right? Seeing the matchup that he wants, knowing he has a mismatch here, advantage with size here. Good receiver down here who can make a catch like that. So even though it's a quote-unquote 50-50 ball, I think it's a great decision by Gabriel, and of course ends up being a good ball down there. So just kind of an underrated part of his game is his decision-making, finding the matchup, and then utilizing the matchup to his advantage. Good job looking at the safety off briefly, and then throwing it downfield. Great catch by the receiver. So this play is a good example of how Ridder really took the next step as a quarterback last year, really matured. It shows several different things that show the maturation process for him. We're going to break it down a bit more detail because it looks fairly simple, right? But watch him be patient, letting the play develop here. That the blitz is coming as opposed to taking off and just trying to run or forcing the ball. He buys times with his legs, eyes remains downfield. He's buying time here. Showcases a strong arm. Look, the receiver's about to break right here at the top of the screen. It's good coverage, tight window, strong arm to deliver that ball, and he takes a hit here. So a lot of good things going on. One, he's patient. One, he stays with the play. He trusts the play call. And then two, he shows his strong arm and ability to take a hit. Let's watch this angle here. Pressure gets to him, delivers the ball as he's getting hit into a tight space there at the sideline. So here's a great throw by Ridder here. Demonstrates arm strength again, but then just good anticipation and good accuracy downfield as well. Watch this deep out. We'll break it down a bit more detail because it is a good zone/man scheme here, which we'll look at. Let me keep going. Here we go. So we'll watch this here for a second. So from the right hash, left side of the field, one of the toughest throws in football. You know, we got a man concept. We got man kind of up top here with the DB here, man here. Then we got a cover two scheme. It looks like so he's supposed to have curl to flats here. So we got cover two man with the curl to flats here. So it's a good job by Ridder knowing that this receiver is taking out this DB. There's space here, and this linebacker is not going to be able to go with the receiver there. Good long throw. Able to make a good completion there. So right hash to the left side of the field, one of the toughest throws in football is that deep out. But it's a good job by Ridder processing information, noticing that we got cover two man under with a zone scheme from the backers. Georgia with a good defense, of course, but good ball and good breakdown by Ridder. So here's Ridder against Georgia, doing a good job showing a quick release, strong arm on a slant route here. We're going to break it down a little bit because it's a really cool play actually, which allows this receiver to get open here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to see what's called a mesh sit concept where we have a crosser, and then we have a tight end or inside slot sitting down here. And so this takes the backer who's probably supposed to be here kind of out of the equation because you got that cross route and you have a deep slant coming across. Good strike, good throw by Ridder there, able to kind of get the defense in a suboptimal position. But again, look at the quick release, good read here, and a strong arm. We'll go ahead and watch it from here. Good job processing it. accurate throw. So again, just 3 clips of each guy, but I think it does a good job demonstrating some of the skill set and tool sets that they have that maybe get overlooked a little bit. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about each guy? What quarterback would you rather have in 2021? Who projects better at the next level? Any questions or any comments are fair game, so just let us know in the comments section below, as we're excited for the AAC season to start, especially these 2 quarterbacks. So let us know in the comments below your thoughts, who you'd rather have, and we'll see you next time on our next quarterback related video.